and we are about to make our pumpkin soup. And so I'm going to first start by putting on my pot, and I have it on medium-high heat. Right, so I didn't rinse it out before I place it on the stove, so I'm just going to allow it to dry a bit, and then we would move on to the next step. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and add in some coconut oil, just a little bit in here, just like that. And next I'm going to add in some onion and garlic, and of course I'm going to add in the pumpkin. I'm also adding in some green seasoning, and once you add that in, just give it a quick mix so everything is combined together. And I just like to let it just sit for a couple seconds, just so that the flavors comes together really nicely, and then I'll add in the pumpkin. So here I have my pumpkin. It's actually frozen. I have it here. I will have it in my freezer for probably a couple months. When I get them at a really good price at the market, I simply just buy a whole set, adding this much. So I will buy a whole set, and then I will just peel it and freeze it until I'm ready to use it. So I'm going to add some more of this in there. There you go. And we're not making a lot of soup today because I'm not going to put in a lot of ingredients, but we are using our ham bone in this, alright? So before we add any more ingredients, what we are going to do is allow this to sit for a couple of minutes before I actually add in some water. So I'm going to cover the pot and just allow it to steam with the nice seasoning that we have in here. Okay, after a few minutes, I'm just removing my cover and just checking it out really well. So as you can see, it has started to dissolve somewhat. It's less frozen. And yeah, so we want this to be mashed down somehow, and then of course we will go ahead and add in whatever we are going to be adding in. Also comment below, let me know what do you add to your pumpkin soup and such like. Right, so we're going to put it back again for a few more minutes before I add in the water, because I really want it to mash down. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. So guys, while our pumpkin is just doing its thing, I just want to show you my ham bone. So I had this ham bone in my freezer for about 2 Christmases. Yes, so I started unwrapping it. So for 2 Christmases, oh, piece came out. And I keep saying to myself, I need to use it up and just do a video. But anyway, here we are. So these are the ham bones, and they are flavorful. So this is what we're going to be adding in to our soup. And the beauty about this whole thing is that we're trying to maintain a really nice January, because we'd have eaten a lot of meat in December, and you know, the whole celebration and everything like that. So the only flavor that is going to be in our soup would be the ham bone flavor. There isn't any meat added to this soup. All right, now anything can be added, like chicken back, smoked bones and such like, but I'm just going to be using this only today. So yeah, so here's what the pumpkin looks like. The steam has been cooking it really nicely, and that's what I am going to do, to add in the ham bone. There you go. So I'm just mixing it around just a little bit, just like that. And of course I am going to go ahead and add in some water. Now we're not going to add too much to this soup, because we want to keep it nice and light and simple. So yeah, so I'm just adding in my water. I'm going to add in just a touch more of that water in there. And we're going to allow this to boil until, of course, this has mashed up way more than what it is right now. But I also want the pumpkin itself to get that nice flavor during the cooking process. So I'm going to add in some more water. So this is what our soup is looking like, guys. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. So now what we are going to do, as you can see, it has crushed the pumpkin very well. So what we are going to do is we add in the rest of our ingredients, sorry. And we are also going to be adding in some additional seasoning. So here I have some frozen Dasheen, and I'm just going to add that in. Now these are on the bigger side, so if you want it smaller, you just have to cut it smaller and add it to your pot. Now I had these in the fridge for a while as well. When we get reasonable prices for these items, we just simply buy and peel them, cut them up and freeze them. Alright, so these are a bit chunky. And again, because the Dasheen was chunky, I do have here some sweet potato, and I cut them up kind of similar to the size of the Dasheen, although these are somewhat smaller, but you know, keep it kind of chunky so that way it doesn't make this look so odd, which is the Dasheen. Let's go. Also adding in some carrots. I'm going in with the rest of my seasonings that I did chopped up a while back. And then of course I have here some thyme. I'm just going to slide it nicely off the stem, and I'm also going to add in the stem. So I'm just going to bend it like that because it's kind of big. I'm just going to add it in for that additional flavor. So that's what I am going to do. Now usually I don't add coconut milk to the pumpkin, but you can if you want to. It really does enhance the flavor of the pumpkin. Of course you want to make sure that you season well, so I'm going to add in some water at this point because it does need that, and then I'm going to add in the rest of the seasoning. So first I'm just going to stir it up a little bit, just like that. As you can see, guys, it has crushed nicely. So this is what the soup looks like. Alright, this is going to be tasting so delicious. Now you want to make sure that you taste for your salt before adding any salt. And of course, one of the things I've learned when cooking pumpkin is that sometimes you have to add in such as sugar to help with the enhanced flavor of the pumpkin. And I'm cautiously adding in some pink salt, just a little bit, not too much, because of course we will get some salt from the ham bone. We want to taste as we go along and add as needed. And then I'm just adding in a little bit of sugar that I would have said earlier on. Just mix everything together, just like that. Make sure it's well incorporated around the pot evenly, and then we're just going to allow it to do its thing. Again, as I said, you can add in, look how nice and thick that is, guys. Again, as I said, you can add in some coconut milk if you choose. I did add in some oil earlier on, so I'm not going to add in the coconut milk because I don't always feel like it, but you can if you want to. Alright, yeah. So we're going to allow this to cook and check occasionally, or I should say constantly, to make sure that it doesn't burn and it cooks well. Also, I forgot to mention, I am not adding in any dumplings because we are in January, guys. And we have come from eating flour and all the good stuff. So, January, we are reducing our flour intake. So, which means there is no dumpling in this soup. No, dumplings can be added. Alright, this is just a preference. There is no dumplings added to this soup. Okay, so I'll see you later. So fam, this is what our pumpkin soup with ham bone looks like. Look at that, guys. Ooh, it looks so good. Right, so I think this is just about finished. I will plate and come back to show you. Guys, here is the finished product. Excuse me, for our pumpkin ham bone soup. And of course, this is a piece of ham bone right here. Look how good this looks, y'all. And this is the perfect lunch or dinner if you're looking to reduce your, meat intake, flour intake. This is actually perfect. And of course, as I said, we came from December where we had a lot of stuff eating. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I do appreciate every comment you would have left. Please don't forget to let us know what you think. And if you'd have made pumpkin soup with ham bone, what did you do differently? As always, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.